I got a code name too. Call me 00 Reverend, Agent of Justice.
It's time for this week's Wacky Moments of Liberal Expression, and it is Trump-Russia collusion time once again. Is there any evidence? Well, no, but the liberal media can't let it die. So now, without facts, which are sometimes useful in journalism, they turn to reporting on speculation.
I think he's afraid of the president of Russia.
Why?
Well, I think one can speculate as to why. That the Russians may have something on him personally.
Why this president is so deferential to Putin and to Russia, and if there is some sort of compromat that they have on him, if there is another reason why he may be susceptible to basically blackmail by the Russians.
Basically, blackmail by the Russians, even though there's no proof, but, you know, surely MSNBC wouldn't spend all day pushing a narrative without any evidence.
The Russians, I think, have had long experience with Mr. Trump and may have things that they could expose.
Something personal, perhaps?
Perhaps.
There's obviously something that we all have been talking about for months that Russians have on Donald Trump, whether it's related to money or sex, I don't know.
Of course they would, because that's about as diluted as Al Sharpton becoming the James Bond of truth.
But like James Bond, I got a code name too. Call me 00 Reverend, Agent of Justice, and Master of an ancient art of I got you.
That really happened this week. On air, nonetheless. Perhaps no one at MSNBC was told that James Bond uses guns to stop bad guys, because then they probably wouldn't end up liking them. I mean, I know it's hard to suggest that they have a liberal bias against guns, especially after seeing their unbiased approach to the coverage of the March to End Gun Violence occurring this weekend.
I don't want something like this ever to happen again. I want us to take action.
Today we are doing more than just taking a first step. I want change and I need it now. I am marching for gun control.
MSNBC will be on the ground in Washington.
You know, nothing can possibly stop the liberal media from giving gushing one-sided coverage of this event, except maybe pictures of porn stars strapped to chairs.
Here's another breaking story. CNN has just gotten details and a photo of a lie detector test taken by Stormy Daniels over her alleged affair with President Trump. So let me bring in MJ Lee. She is back to explain the when and the why, but also the photograph we have.
As though this story could not get more dramatic, we now have new details of a polygraph test that Stormy Daniels took in 2011. There she is.
There she is indeed, breaking. A 2011 photo of a porn star taking a polygraph. And that wraps us up this week. I'm Eric Shiner from MRC-TV. See you again next week with more wackiness.